Hello, this video is about extension questions. Hello, my name is Joanne Foster and I am with ZebraEnglish, and I want to talk to you about extension questions today because many times applicants and new teachers have a little bit of a struggle with what are extension questions, how do we come up with them, how do we implement them within our classroom and still have time to do the lesson or to get through it. So let's talk a little bit about what extension questions are. Extension questions are any type of question that is related to what you're talking about that's not the actual targeted sentence that you're trying to get out of the student. All right, so I'm very familiar with the demo lesson since I'm interviewing applicants with this every day, so I will just use it as an example. So if you are on the selfie slide, well, let's start with the intro slide. Let's just walk through some of these slides and talk about extension questions that you can get from them, okay? And then you can take this over into your lessons because the demo lesson actually is like a regular lesson. It's one of our lessons that we do at ZebraEnglish. So the intro slide, the intro slide. That slide where it has the topic and you're saying hello to your student and all of that. Well, of course, you ask your student the normal questions that you ask them, like hello, how are you doing, what did you do today? And then, or do you have anything to show me? I always ask them that because if they have something to show you, that's the best rapport builder right there. It gets them talking more, they're excited about it, they feel connected to it. So always ask them if they have something to show you. And they'll start coming every class with something. If it's one that draws, he will come with a drawing every class. If I have another student that likes to do Legos, he's showing me a new Lego creation every class. I have another student that likes cars, and he will show me this car that he built, or this cool fighter bike that he built. So there's all different kinds of items that they'll bring based on their interests, and it builds that rapport. So on that first slide, connect your student to the topic, okay? So you can say, my feelings. That's introducing the topic. Then you can look at Zach and you can circle him and say, how does Zach feel? And then see what they say. Now, if they don't answer, you could bring up your prop and say, does Zach feel happy or sad? Or you can do the TPR with it. Does Zach feel happy or sad? And connect them with the topic right there. It can be furniture, and you can even connect them with that. Like if it has a table and a lamp and an armchair, you can say, do you have a table? Show me your table. Is it in the room that you're in? You can connect it to them that way. You can say, what's this? And circle it. And they can say an armchair, or again ask them, do you have an armchair? And ask them. So no matter what it is that's on that slide, you can always connect your student to that. So those are extension questions on the intro slide. On the camera slide, we always have the selfie slides for stages 3 and 4. And so you can ask them, which one, after you take the pictures, is your favorite? Or which one do you like the best? So that's an extension question. You've already taken the pictures, you've had fun doing it, and now you're asking which one they like the best. Okay, now we go over to the culture slide. That's always a good one that you can ask, what do you see? What's happening? Like if it's a tomato fight, what are they doing, or what do they have? And they can see that they have tomatoes because that is one of our culture slides. You know, where are they? If they're on a plane or if they're on a boat. Have you ever been in a boat? Well, that's an extension question. Have you ever had a tomato fight? Would you like to have a tomato fight? So those are all different questions that you can ask, or types of questions you can ask on those culture slides. All right, then with your phonics if you have that in there, like we have the phonics game for stage 3, and then we have like a whack-a-mole phonics game for stage 4. Now in stage 4, I like to give them clues and ask them, what's this? Well, not what's this, because I asked them what's this word, but that's part of it. But like the extension could be on that is I'll say, it's a bird and it makes this sound. What is it? And the word is chirp. And so I've given them a clue and I asked them a question and they're like, chirp. And then if they're advanced or at a level they can make a sentence, I'll say, okay, let's make a sentence. What sound does a bird make? The bird says chirp, chirp, chirp. And we'll make a we'll make a sentence with it. Okay, so that's how you can ask sentences with that. Or if the word is mouse or mug or moon, do you have a mug? Again, that's a question relating it to them. Do they have a mug? Does your cat like to eat or chase a mouse? You know, if it's about mouse, the word is mouse. So, or what color is the mouse? And you can ask them, that's an extension question. Extension questions are not questions that are off the subject and totally unrelated. We want to keep our extension questions related to what is on that slide or connecting the student to the subject or any of the words they're on or content that's on that slide. Okay, so now you go into the what's missing card game. All right, you mix those cards up, they've said the differing vocabulary words, and then they turn them over. And then you can ask them, how does Joey feel? He feels angry. All right, great job. And so you can say, how do you feel? So any of those games that have the feelings on it, you can always ask the student, how do they feel? Or if the vocabulary word's firefighter, you know, you could say, have you seen a firefighter before? Would you like to be a firefighter? Again, those are extension questions that they can ask, okay? Now, you go over to the next one and maybe they're reading a sentence. He is angry. And, okay, well, what do I ask? Well, you can ask, how does he feel? You can say, do you feel angry? Again, it relates it to them. Or you could put like a parrot or a tiger on top of their head and say, why does Joey feel angry? And it's because you put the parrot on their head. It's the sticker. You can use that to do extension questions too. All right, so let's move on over and we go into the turntable, that game. Okay, so you go into the turntable game and you have the word hungry. And so you introduce that to them or you have them say it. And then the extension question could be, are you hungry? Or, what do you eat when you're hungry? Or hungry. Do you like to eat fruit or vegetables or meat? Again, you can extend in so many different ways. All right, then you go over to the next one. It's the slot machine. And it says he feels thirsty, he feels hungry, whatever it is. I can wash dishes. I mean, whatever it is. You can say, do you wash dishes? Yes or no? How many pieces of pie does he have? If it shows a piece of pie and he's hungry. Yes, one. Would one piece of pie make you full? Because the other word is full. So again, those are different extension questions that you can ask. Now, extension questions, you can ask what color is something, how many of them, or how many are there. Like if you're looking at a whole scene, you can have them count objects. You can ask colors. You can ask them what they're wearing, what they're doing, where are they. And so that brings us into the next slide, the look and say slide. Now on the look and say slide, you can ask so many questions that you can ask with look and say. You can say, where are they? They may say school, they may say class or classroom. You can ask them, do they have a chalkboard? And yes, they do have a chalkboard. Or what else do you see? And there's a ball on the floor. I mean, you could even circle the ball and say, what's this? And see if they'll say a ball. You can also, on that slide, you have your target questions, which is how does Zach feel, how does Joey feel, how does Emma feel. Now those are not extra extension questions, but extra extension questions would be like, what's Zach doing? He's painting. What happened? Why is Joey angry? Well, his pencil's dropped. Why is Emma tired? You know, she's carrying books, or she's got heavy books, and that's why she's tired. So a lot of extension questions on a slide like that has a whole scene. Now you move on to the next one, which is your role play slide. Now on your role play, they're at a park, there's a dog, there's Zach, and there's Emma. Well, you can circle park and say, where are they? You can circle the dog and say, do you like dogs? And find out if they like dogs. Or do you have a dog? And find out. Again, it's relating them to the topic. Or you can ask them, how does it feel? Because it's tired. So you can ask them that. You can ask them, what animal is Zach? You can pull up your zebra. Yes, he's a zebra. So those are, again, extension questions that are related to the topic and the subject that's at hand, and utilizing what is on those slides. And that's what ZebraEnglish does. They make a whole scene or give you extra material within those slides to help us to be able to extend when we have that student that's breezing through it, or we just need to ask that extension question to get that independent output from them. Okay, so now let's go on to the presentation. This is a speech practice. I don't ask a lot of questions on the presentation because this is a modeling exercise, and it's also a public speaking practice. So you do that speech form. I am happy. He is tired. She is angry. He is full. And so show them how to do a speech. Now, when I'm doing the we do part of it, I could ask a question there. How does he feel? And then underline it and see if he can read that sentence, or circle the picture up there and underline the sentence. Okay, so that is an extension question that you can ask on that. And you could say, how do you feel? Again, do you feel angry? Do you feel tired? All right, so then let's move over to the last slide, which is the pronunciation slides. Now we usually have 3 to 4 pronunciation slides. All kinds of extension questions that you can ask with these if you need it. You can ask about the scene that's in the picture. If it says he feels thirsty, you can ask, do you feel thirsty? And see if they're, are you thirsty? Do you feel thirsty? And remember to use the verb feel if you're doing the demo. So then you can ask, what do you like to drink when you are thirsty? Now that could be for a little bit more advanced student. But look at the slides. See what you can ask. Relate it to them. The sentence, turn it around and ask them a question with it. Or ask them, how many butterflies, if there's like 3 butterflies flying over Zach's head, how many butterflies do you see? And then they can count the butterflies. What color are the butterflies? They can tell you what color. So again, those are different ways that you can ask extension questions. Now you get to that ending slide and you celebrate and do the round of applause and kick them over into the winner's circle, and you tell them they're a winner, a champion, and you bring down the Zach sticker that says champion. Now you can bring down 5 Zach stickers, and you can say, how many stickers do you have? And you let them count them. And it's an extension question. Or you can circle their coins and say, how many zebra coins did you get? You can also help them to know how to say 121 the correct way. And I work on that every time with my students. And they know how to say those numbers that are in the hundreds. 112, 101. So that's something else that you can ask them. So lots of things, lots of questions that you can ask your students and extend as you're going along. All right, I hope this has helped you know how to ask extension questions and how to keep them related to the content, and also remember to do them level appropriate to your student. All right, remember you've got those open-ended questions where you can say, what do you see? And then sometimes you have to scaffold that down so that it's an A-B question. Do you see a tree or a truck? And then do that yes-no question. Do you see a tree? Yes or no? So you do have to do it on their level also. All right, well, thank you. If you have any other ways to do extension questions, then please just comment below. Reach out to us if we can help you in any way. We have ZebraEnglishHiringSupport.com, and we also have our Facebook group. We help applicants through the process. There's 3 of us mentor teachers, and we interview applicants. We coach interviewees to help them prepare for the interview process, and then we also support new teachers and seasoned teachers. We have a website called Zebra English Teachers Lounge, or ZebraEnglishLounge.com, and that is to help just support teachers and build community. So we'll hope to hear from you and meet you on the Zebra English platform. All right, thank you. Goodbye.